So you can definitely start with a cell phone. You can be outside, but if you do want to build that in-home studio, the at-office studio, we've got one studio here. We've got another studio right here. And we got our third studio. So we have 3 different styles of videos. We have our videographer editor who built these today. So if you want to learn how to build the most badass studio period, then stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the YouTube Agents. In this channel, I teach you everything you need to know about building monster real estate YouTube channels. If that's the information you want, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video. All right, Jay Bills, we got Joshua Billups, our in-house videographer editor, with us today. So he's going to run us through these different studios. He's actually built these himself. So we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of different studios, what you need to do to build these different studios, and green screen, narration style, and podcast, everything about these. So what do we got right here?
All right, so this is our primary podcast studio, which down the road will also double up as a stand-up studio. We're building a new table that'll be kind of news anchor-ish, kind of curved.
What was the problem with the long one?
So the long one, it's uncomfortable for the guests. Yes. You have, usually our host is sitting here working the switcher and the soundboard, and you're forced to kind of look at them weird like that. So what we want to do is we want to kind of curve this out and get our guests kind of in a half circle, so they're a little more comfortable.
And I will say, I was on a couple of those, so when you are doing an interview and you have to look over, it is very awkward. So we want to just kind of break it up, kind of do like the ESPN style.
Yeah, definitely. So, we got the Blackmagic Atom Mini and then the Rodecaster here. These are both great, like, prosumer entry levels items. I believe the video switcher is going for like $300 right now, and I believe this Rode mixer is going for about $700. There are other options out there. There's OBS, which can do the same thing all this can do. It's just you're doing it on the computer instead. Yep. So you definitely don't need all this fancy stuff to get started.
Yeah, and I'll break in on that. So obviously I didn't start that way, but now that we've done it, it's amazing. So what he means by that switcher right there is we actually have 3 of these cameras right here, and so whoever's talking, literally the push of a button, it goes right onto them. So it's very cool. We're having a lot of success with our podcast. It's YouTube video turned into podcast as well. So that's what he means by the switcher. And the audio is basically just hooking up these plugs to each microphone, and you can adjust those. So it's not as deep as someone would think, but it is really cool when you start looking at that. And real quick again, Josh, what are those again?
This is the Rodecaster audio mixer, and this is the Atom Mini video switcher from Blackmagic.
Sweet. Now you built soundproofing and you have lighting. Let's get into that.
Okay, so soundproofing, we have some of these panels like this that we just have on light stands, that we have them throughout the studio. We move around wherever we need. And then we have just a couple back here for bounce. And then the lighting, we have these Drawcast LED panels. They're bi-color. We mostly run in daylight mode here. It's pretty natural and looks good on camera.
And why do you use soft up front?
So if we didn't have the soft boxes on there, you would get a really harsh light, which would create really deep shadows on the nose line and underneath the neck. So by having the soft box and the grid on there, it diffuses the light and spreads it out more.
There you go.
Kind of like with a mag light, like if you twist it, you can see it spread and get softer.
Perfect. And then you installed lighting from behind, and we're going to switch that, but why is there lighting behind?
So this is really just to light the back of the shoulder and make the subject pop away from the background. We want to create more depth of field, and if we had a lot of room, we would just move this desk way further away from the back wall.
So that's a trick if you don't have as much space, is light behind, so it makes it look farther.
Right.
Perfect.
And even if you have lots of space behind you, you still want to get that nice separation on the shoulder. And if you have a light that you're going to try to do that with, what you're looking for is you can grab a piece of cardboard or something and hold it right here and block your shoulder. And if you don't see a difference from the light, then you don't have it set up right.
Perfect. Good tip. Okay, let's go on to the green screen. So this is something that I really trailblazed, for these real estate, these videos, was the green screen. I just did it with a ring light, but we've really upped the game, and obviously his knowledge behind this. We'll talk about green screening.
Yeah, so there's a lot of options out there for green screens. There's the pop-up ones. You can buy just the fabric and the cheap stands off of Amazon. This is going to be the first step to getting started. So something you want to keep in mind is you want something you can get really tight and smooth. Wrinkles are going to make your life hard when you go to edit this. So that's the first step. We have kind of a limited space, so we can't actually utilize this all the way. This actually has 2 panels that come out, but what happens is when they wrap around you, you get more green light on the side of the face right here, which makes it harder to key out. So once you have your green screen set up, the next thing is just light the hell out of it. Just get as much light on, and even light. So what you're looking for is, if you move this light, you can see this side becomes much darker.
Yeah.
And that's what that's going to do is in your editing software, it's going to make it think it's 2 different shades of green, and it really just wants to key out one color. So
that's why you get the fuzzy hairline and shoulder line.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yeah. So
with that, then you're standing in a certain spot.
Right. So we have a marked out spot. We played around with a couple different cameras in here to see what was a good position, and this is good for GoPros right here, which is what the majority of our agents use.
So an arm's length away.
Yeah, about an arm length away.
And that brought you from the green screen, which we used to stand a little closer, but again, you get out because of what? Shadows?
Shadows, exactly. So when you're standing close to your green screen, you get the dark shadows. And you can see that's quite a bit different shade of green.
Totally.
So that's going to really make it hard on your editing program.
I got you. Yeah, so lighting, and then again, you have some up above, you have some on the side. And then the cool thing, he put this soundproofing up. So, man, we're in this box of a room. And I'll just turn over here at the box of a room, but there's 0 echo in here. So this is literally all glass behind here, but we've actually put the foam on there, up, in the corners. And then this is kind of what I made my bread and butter with, is what he's talking about. These right here. This is like $60 on Amazon. You just do I can't even think of the word, portable green screen. This is a blue side. There's a green side on the other side. That works amazing. Green screening is awesome, but the other style that I really enjoyed, and the YouTubers I watch, is they kind of have just a textured background, really cool shelving and stuff. So he just built this one. We'll get into there.
Yeah, so this is kind of the bear cave back here. So we got a lot going on in here, because this is kind of where we run our video operations out of too. So we have all of our gear, our cameras, extra grip gear. For those who don't know, grip gear is anything related to light stands.
Gotcha.
That kind of stuff.
What was your vision with the studio shelving, lighting?
Yeah, so we wanted to go dark because I personally really like dark. I think it helps your skin tones really pop out. So we get you pretty close to the camera in this room. You're usually just about, again, an arm length away. And this is just a Canon 80D DSLR. It's a great entry-level DSLR if you want to get one of those. And then, so with that, you get the ability to zoom in and focus. And kind of what we have is, I'll have to get you some sample footage, but this is kind of boxed in right here. So you see this light and these shelves. These shelves are, our agents can kind of put whatever they want up here to kind of reflect their own personality. And then it just gives you some more depth and interest in your shot.
And then you had to put the light again.
This is the backlight or the hair light. And again, what that's doing is putting a nice rim on your shoulder and the back of your head.
Yep.
And then
I do gotta say, so a lot of the YouTubers I watch, I like that lighting. They do these style, right? So you have like shelves, you have the wall, and you'll see that they have what it looks like different color lighting on the back. See, as it actually has, color grades on here. So now with a darker wall, we can actually make different colors just like this. So I've seen YouTubers and they have different colors in the background. Yeah. By having that dark wall and stuff, you can portray whatever color you want. Really makes these cool studios. And again, we're just pointing with the DSLR here. The green screen room, whatever camera you got, even a cell phone, incredible videos. We use it for the GoPro. There we go. We're getting a little light, different lighting going on here.
Yeah.
These are kind of the style of studios that you could do in home, whether it's this style, a green screen. Obviously, we have the floor print to do them all, but whatever one works best for you. Those are some of the pros, cons of these studios. That's everything we teach in this channel. If you want to know everything about growing a YouTube channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button and click the little bell. Now, you're seeing a bunch of other videos pop up. If you want to grow a massive YouTube channel, start clicking on those. And until the next video, we'll catch you later.